Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to a special surprise sort of episode of the Coding Train. I happen to be here at NYU for a couple meetings today. Oops, I'm looking over here. And so I thought I would pop up here to the studio and do a quick little experiment. I've been, as some of you might have been following my channel, I had a bicycle accident. And I have a bunch of different broken body parts, most seriously here this elbow. This is actually now a splint, which is different than I was wearing in the last video that I made. And this actually comes off, and I've started physical therapy, but I've got another few weeks to be wearing these things. It looks like I could maybe type, but it's pretty uncomfortable and not the best thing for my body, so I'm still holding off on doing typing. I'm hearing an echo because I have a monitor. I would love to know if the sound is okay. I'm just going to turn off this. Okay, so that should get rid of the echo. So I have something that I've installed on my computer here, and I'm going to do a quick experiment here. Wake up. Hello, Coding Train viewers. How are you today? Oh, that didn't work. Oh, I'm in the wrong application. Try this again. Hello, Coding Train viewers. Oh, shoot. This was working so well. This worked a minute ago. Let me try to open up text edit. And here we go. Hello, Coding Train viewers. Correct Codies. Coding Train. Correct reviewers. Viewers. Exclamation mark. So I've been using a bunch of different dictation software. I'm just going to leave this on to be amused by how it's following what I'm saying and getting lots of things wrong. Mac OS has built-in dictation. The software that I've installed here is actually called Dragon Speaks Naturally. And there is, the sound might be a little bit loud. Okay. This is a different microphone setup, and I'm going to, oh yeah, it's way up, way up. I'm going to turn the mic down. Okay, is that better? Okay, so hi from Cody's viewers. Okay, so what was I going to say? I watched this YouTube video the other day. I'm going to try to pull it up here. Let me see. Open Chrome. Google coding by voice Python. Python. Correct Pika. I got to get you there. Let me, oops, oh my goodness, it's opening up Eclipse. There's a ghost in the machine that just opened up it's still, go to sleep. Oh, and now is it too quiet? No, I see the levels are fine, so. Scratch that. By the way, if you haven't watched my channel before, this is what I do. It would have made sense for me to set this up, practice it, and figure out an actual way to get it to work. Instead, I just installed it and thought I'd come up here and turn on a live public stream, which apparently has some number of people watching right now, like 526, while I'm fumbling my way through this. Okay. Go to sleep. Okay, so you can see when I say go to sleep, I can't do my typical, actually maybe I can. This right here, wake up, go to sleep. So I need to remember to do that. I need to wake it up when I want to actually dictate. Wake up. Coding by voice YouTube. Correct Cody. Coding. Go to sleep. Yeah. So this is a YouTube video that I will pull up.
This is Tavis Rudd, and he's going to be talking to us about using Python to code by voice.
So I recommend anybody watching, if you're interested, to watch this video. Tavis Rudd is a developer who mostly programs in Python, who had a rock climbing injury. He tells the story in this video and set up a very elaborate system to do everything with dictation. And in fact, he continues to use this system today, even though he's mostly, I believe, recovered and can type, but he still does everything by voice. Now, he used an open source API that I forget what it's called, but it's in this video, that works with Dragon Speaks. He uses Emacs and Vim, which are specialized text editors that you can use in a terminal window. So I haven't done any of this, but I'm curious. But this may take a while to set up, and I would love any help with this if anybody's interested. Okay, could raise the volume a little bit. Sorry, I'm gonna just turn the volume up a little bit now on my mic. I got distracted by the chat and that message. Let's see how that is. It's a little bit up now. Okay, so I watched this video. I've been looking into it, and I'm kind of interested in trying to do a similar setup, just as an experiment. So I thought I would try to do today, very briefly, see how far I could get with just what's in Dragon Speaks by itself, without any additional settings or macros or interfacing with an API. And the processing development environment. Ultimately, I might like to try to set up to work with like Atom text editor, maybe Atom live preview, something like that. Clearly, these systems, I've been using it to send emails. It works remarkably well to dictate written English. So something that I might write in an email or a word processing document. Even filling out a form in a web page, the dictation works quite well. It also has some commands to operate the computer that I haven't really learned yet, so I need to learn those. But it is absolutely not set up in any way to do coding. So some of the things that I imagine I'm going to need to do, like curly braces and variable names with camel case or underscores, it's not going to do any of that in an elegant way natively. So I thought I would try to see what it could do, what all the pitfalls are, and maybe make a mental list, or maybe some of you are watching could kind of take notes and send me a list of what are all the features that I might need. And most of these features have been solved and implemented by Tavis Rudd. If you watch this video, he does this like almost wild performance of this strange language that he's invented to talk to his computer. But I'm kind of, and maybe I can piggyback off of that system in some ways, but I thought I would kind of start over a little bit from scratch here. Okay, so I'm looking at this. Let me just come over. Some people are asking in the chat. I'm going to walk over here to the whiteboard just to explain here what's going on. So first of all, I have pretty good, my shoulders are perfectly healthy and I can move around. I have a, what's it called, scaphoid? That's not the right word. A very small fracture in this wrist from a bicycle accident. It will hopefully heal on its own, and in about a few weeks this will come off and I will do some physical therapy, but hopefully this will just pretty much be fine, good as new, so to speak, within the next few weeks. The more serious injury is here, this elbow. I learned all of the names of the bones and the different things. I've been Googling anatomy. I can't come up with any of them on the fly right now. But the elbow bone broke, really split off right in half, detached itself this way. So this tricep muscle was not attached to anything. And so it's been repaired with surgery. I have some artificial bone, I have a metal plate, I have a couple screws, and this is actually a splint for protection to hold it in place, but this actually comes off and I do physical therapy 3 or 4 times a day. And what I thought I'd try to program was a simulation of the range of motion that I have. So currently if I use this arm, I can extend it all the way. Actually I can hyperextend it, but this would be 0 degrees. This is maybe about 160 degrees, something in radians. My range of motion, if I were to take this off and try to do the physical therapy now, which I won't, is currently about, it's about 15 degrees. I can get to about here, 15 degrees. And then this is much harder, so I can get to about 125 degrees. And so I'm hoping to get all the way back to 0, to around 160, and this will take quite a bit of time. The physical therapy is not an easy thing. So that's my current status. I have taken, let me say another couple things. I'm basically taking this month, July, off. I did one live stream from my apartment just to say hi to the channel, and I'm doing this today, maybe for another half an hour or so. But I'm pausing. For those of you who are supporting me on Patreon, that's patreon.com/codingtrain. I'm going to put it on pause. So none of your donations will be taken for this month. Of course, if you would like to anyway, you're welcome to make a contribution. The best way to do that is through natureofcode.com, which I have an online system for purchasing a book. But what I would suggest in lieu of the Patreon contributions this month, if you're looking to support something, to make a donation to processingfoundation.org. So you can check that out. I also, as an experiment, enabled the YouTube Super Chat, which I'll probably just turn off, but since I'm experimenting with so many different things today, I thought I would see how that works. I kind of have mixed feelings about the whole Super Chat system. I don't particularly like the idea of paid chat messages, and I don't want to go on a long discussion of that, but I thought I would turn it on and see, and then I'll probably turn it off again, because the crowdfunding that I'm using mostly for this channel is, actually exclusively, is through the Patreon service. Okay. That aside, Cody in the chat asked, does anybody know how long Dan won't be able to type? I'm hopeful. As much as I love doing this YouTube channel, and it brings me so much happiness to be able to be here and do this. My main goal is to be able to be back and typing by the fall semester, which is early September. I think I need at least a few more weeks of rest, healing, and physical therapy before I'm going to have more significant use of these arms. I can kind of do some one-finger typing. I've been doing dictation for emails, but we'll see. It'll be a while before I'm sitting for. I certainly don't think that I can sit for hours at a stretch typing. It's probably not the best thing in terms of, the kind of exercises and use of the arm that I should be rebuilding. Okay, so I don't actually know the answer to that, but I will be happy to provide updates. I'm going to be out of town next week, having a nice little break and vacation, and then I'll be back in town and having more physical therapy and doctor's appointments. So we'll see. If anybody wants to see my x-rays, you can follow me at Schiffman on Twitter. I posted them. If you want to join my Patreon, I posted some more pictures of the scar and swelling that you probably don't want to see, but if you're interested in that, I don't know why I'm talking about this now. Okay, scratch that. Go to sleep. I think I should be nice to Dragon. So saying go to sleep sounds very command-like. I need to rework. I like to be very polite and thoughtful and apologize a lot. So I need to work on that with my dictation stuff. Okay. Somebody posted voicecode.io. I'm not active on Instagram, no. Okay, so what time is it now? First, I have another thing. Shoot. Okay, wait. Somebody created a new song. It's on SoundCloud. It was based on the Minesweeper. It was a play on its flood fill time. I just forgot how it was. It's in a YouTube comment. Maybe I can find it. SoundCloud. Somebody can find it for me and then give me the URL in Slack. That would be great. I'm going to look for it in YouTube comments. So I think I have a way of doing that here. So I can play this song. I'm going on this computer. Somebody found it already. Thank you. Oh, right, because I had shared it. So IKE-BISHOP. I am typing right now, just using one finger on each hand. So it's very slow. And let's see. Let's play this one. Oh, you can't hear it. I have to change some settings here. Sound. Loop back audio. No, multi-output device. I think I need to do that. This.neighbor count equals 0, flood fill time. It's flood fill time. Maybe you can hear it, but it's very quiet. don't look it up how it works. I'm just going to make up my own way of doing this. Yeah, I have to change the settings. You can listen to this on your own time. It's very quiet. Maybe I'll come back to it later. Okay. So let's see how this goes now. But thank you, Ike Bishop. I love these remixes. And I should let you know that there's a new theme song coming, a music video. I shot all that with some collaborators, which I'll post about before I had this. So I had full use of my arm then. Okay, so let's see here. So I'm now in processing. So let's see if I can get some stuff happening here. People in the chat are asking why so much off-topic discussion. I don't know if you're asking me that question or asking the chat question, but unfortunately, those of you who are here to hope that my neural network series is continuing and hope that I'm going to do a lot of coding, I apologize. I'm sincerely sorry. You're just going to have to wait on that. I probably won't be back. I definitely won't be back until August with any of that content, and it could be a little bit later depending on how things go. I've decided that this month, July, is just a kind of month hiatus, but I thought since I was here, I would try to turn this on and say hi and do a little bit of stuff. So, so here we go. Let's see. Wake up. Void setup. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Void setup. I'm getting, okay, hold on. Why is this happening? Let me relaunch processing. It was typing in, I did actually test, and it was dictating into processing earlier. And I'm not sure why it doesn't want to do that now. Using the mouse is definitely the hardest thing. The trackpad, that is. Okay. Cancel correction. Go to sleep. I know what happened. I was in the correction mode. Oh, I turned off my mic. Ah. Okay, now I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Did you guys hear me answer the question about why so many off-topic discussions? Was the mic just making noise? Oh boy. All right. I don't know what I had the mic. I'm all messed up. What a disaster. Okay, did I talk about the music video that's coming? Did you hear me talk about that I'm not doing the neural network stuff for a while because of this, etc.? I can't. Yeah, okay. And I'm getting some very good advice, which is don't necessarily rely on the YouTube chat for sound feedback. Okay, so I don't know why I'm not able to get the dictation to work in processing. Let me see. Wake up. Void setup. Okay, so maybe I need to question mark. Let me try this. Okay. Oh, so only certain applications are supported? What does it mean? You can dictate into an unsupported application if you want to dictate into an application that's not on the supported list, but try not to use your keyboard or mouse. I see. That's going to be a problem because I'm definitely going to... Whoops. All right, let's... All right, let's figure this out. Maybe if I relaunch it. So you guys are just going to have to bear with me here for a second. Oh, so sad. Ah, there we go. Scratch that. Scratch that. Correct Seth area. Correct Seth. Huh. As soon as I clicked my mouse, it stopped allowing me to dictate. Oh, that's so sad. Well, here's problem number one. Open processing. Open Atom. Open Atom. Let's try this. Oh, this is going to be a failure. Correct, be a failure. Be a success! Exclamation mark. New line. Scratch that. All right, now the thing is, I'm a little bit concerned that if I, new line, if I start to use the mouse to delete something, let's try that. I'm going to do Command A, go to sleep, wake up, test 1, 2, 3. Ah, okay. So already I'm having better success with Atom. Okay. I have an idea. Go to sleep. Wake up. Open terminal. CD slash shoot. Tilde slash users. Oh, no, I don't need that. Desktop. PWD, new line. PWD, new line. PWD, new line. New line. Go to sleep. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to attempt this experiment with processing is that it's an all-in-one environment, and I wasn't going to have to switch between the browser and the text editor. But let's try doing this in Chrome. Let's start doing this. Okay, so I want to go open Chrome. Oh, go wake up. Wake up. Go to open Chrome. Open Chrome. Go to sleep. Do I have to be in the Finder? How do I get to the Dragon commands if I'm not if I don't want to be dictating into terminal? Open Chrome. Wake up. Open Chrome. Okay. How many viewers have I lost now? There's probably nobody watching anymore. Okay. Correct flagrantly. Oh my God. Fascinating. This is fascinating. To see how the software works and what kind of, it's not free software. This is Dragon Naturally Speaks. Okay. Control C. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Chrome. And I'm going to go to p5jes.org. And I'm going to go to download. And I'm going to download p5jes complete. And I'm going to go find this. I'm going to open this up. And I'm going to get empty example. And I'm going to put it on the desktop. Then I'm going to go to Atom, and I'm going to say open, desktop, empty example, and sketch.js. Okay, this is good. I'm going to delete everything. Now I'm going to go back to terminal. Oh, I'm standing in front of this. Wake up. Python space -m. That didn't work. -m. Simple. Is it case sensitive? Let's see. Yeah. Go to sleep. So already I need some sort of, so if anyone's making a list for me to keep track of things that I need to investigate if I'm actually going to do this, two things is one, why doesn't processing work with Dragon and is there a way that I can get it to? Two is, what is a way for me to write some sort of macro command? I could just say start server to Dragon and it's going to automatically launch a server. And then I need to be able to figure out a way if I'm in Atom to, with a command. My goal here would be as an experiment, as an academic experiment here, I have some use of my hands, but what would it mean to code without any use of hands whatsoever? I need to do everything completely through voice. How would I get from Atom to Chrome? Oh, voicecode.io. Simon in the chat is suggesting. How interesting. I will have to take a look at that. I will take a look at that. I'm not going to purchase it right now. Voicecode.io. Advanced voice control platform. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to take a look at this later. So that's interesting. So if I go now to localhost, oops, I did it on the desktop. That's fine. Desktop, empty example. And if I open up the console. Okay, so now if I go back to Atom, I definitely need a way of triggering Command S. So how do I, with Dragon, switch to Finder? I don't know. So switch to Chrome instead of open Chrome. Let's try that. Wake up. Switch to Chrome. Go to sleep. So that didn't seem to work. So if anyone wants to look at the Dragon documentation and help me out here, give me some tips. Switch between windows with naturally speaking. You can say switch to change the window. I'm getting that message in the chat. Okay. We are here to waste time with this useless voice app. Yes. So if you're not interested in that, thanks for watching. Switch to Google Chrome. Okay. Wake up. Switch to Google Chrome. That didn't seem to work either. Scratch that. Go to sleep. All right. Okay, let's give this a try. Okay. Wake up. Function setup. Correct so. Setup. Choose to. Open paren, close paren. Curly brace. Scratch that. Open curly bracket. New line. New line. Create canvas. Correct create campus. Create canvas. Create canvas. Create canvas. Scratch that. Scratch that. Scratch that. Create canvas. So go to sleep. Okay, so here's item number 2. I need, say start Google Chrome, I'll try that. So I need to come up with a way of stringing words together without spaces and using camel case. And I know, again, with the video that I referenced, the Tavis Rudd video, this is all something that he worked out for coding in Python. And right now I'm just making a mental list of things. So I need to be able to say, create canvas. And I probably could also just I could probably pull the P5 API and like put that in as a bunch of like, add that to a dictionary. I could probably run some sort of training. Yeah, so there's probably a way to define, I'm getting this, there's probably a way to define a dictionary. So switch to next window, list all windows. Okay. Wake up. List all windows. List all windows. Scratch that. Scratch that. Go to sleep. So that didn't seem to work either. Yeah, scratch that, the scratch that song. Never forget to scratch that song. Wake up. Open parentheses. 640, 480. Go to end. Correct 40. 480. Correct 40. 480. Go to end. Go to sleep. So how do I move the cursor around? I mean, I can obviously do that with the arrow keys. So that's another, if anyone's keeping a track of this list, how I move the cursor around is something that I need to be able to do. Wake up. Semicolon. Go to end. Go to sleep. So go to end is something that I was using when dictating emails and other things where it would immediately move the cursor to the end. But that didn't seem to work. Okay, here. Wake up. Function background. Open paren, close paren. Open curly bracket. New line. Correct background. Draw. Go to sleep. So weirdly, I've noticed this is another bug that seems to be in Dragon. When I tell it to correct something, it kind of selects the wrong area. You notice how it missed the B and it selected the parentheses. So I don't know if that's just because Atom is not technically supported, so it wasn't able to select the right thing. Okay, wake up. Background, open paren, 51. Semicolon, new line. Fill, open paren, correct fill. Whoa, okay, so it lost. Correct fill. Choose 2. Open paren. 255. Semicolon. New line. Ellipse. Scratch that. Rect mode. All right, so whoa. Go to sleep. So another thing is to, again, this built-in dictionary of camel casing, because what if I want to write a function or declare a variable that doesn't exist, but then also have a built-in list of words. Those are 2 other things I need. Wake up. All caps, center. Go to sleep. That worked pretty well. I know it's not going to understand this. Wake up. Open paren. Mouse X. Correct now. Mouse. Comma. Mouse Y. Comma. 16, comma 16. So again, I have the same. Oh. Scratch that. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, my little. Dun, dun. That's a children's song. I listen to that. I have with my kids. Elizabeth Mitchell sings it. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, my something. I can't remember the words. Close curly bracket. Oh, wake up. Close curly bracket. Go to sleep. Now there must be a way that I can do Command S. Go to sleep. There must be a way. Oh, correct the word you said. There must be a way for me to say Command S, right, for save. Now I can actually just type this in and it will auto-format. I have Atom configured to auto-format the code, which is nice. So all that white space errors I don't really care about. But there should be a way for me to say Command S. Then I should be able to say switch. What if I go here to commands? Help. Help. Oh, I'm in the correction window. Correction window, okay. So these are all the, oh, it's like Safari. Okay, so I'm gonna have to look. Wake up, global, applications. I'm sorry that the font, there's no way you guys can read this. Activate. It looks like the word is activate. Activate Atom, or wake up. Activate Atom. Activate Chrome. Activate Atom. Activate Chrome. Activate Atom. Activate Chrome. Quit photos. Thank you. Scratch that. Go to sleep. I want it to talk to me. Why won't it talk to me? I'm talking to it. I'm being as nice as I can. All right, that's good. Now, how do I do Command S? commands. Global, menu navigation, click file menu. But there's got a way to click save, choose file, close window, copy selection, go to beginning, go to end. Save? Would it be under S? Save this document. Okay. Wake up. New line, new line. Save this document. Oh, go to sleep. It did it. Wake up. Activate Chrome. Refresh this page. That was a fantasy that would work. Go to sleep. I have a feeling that it's going to be happier with me using Safari just based on the fact that I saw Safari show up, but I don't know that I can bring myself to do that. Okay, so I can hit refresh. Hey! Move mouse. I can move the mouse with my one finger. Oh, drag and quit unexpectedly. Reopen. So that was my coding challenge for today. Through dictation, I was able to use P5.js to create a simple program of moving the mouse around. Now, I wanted to try to simulate my range of motion. So I'm seeing, so what time is it? 2:15. I've got to go by 2:30 because I have some meetings. So let's see if I can get a little further and maybe answer some questions. I don't know what else I could do. I'm coming back another time. Okay, so let's see here. Let me think about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line that is, you know what I should do when I'm doing my physical therapy is I should monitor my physical therapy with a Kinect and actually measure the angle. So that's something I'll do eventually. That's a good idea, right? Because the Kinect should be able to determine the angle for the range of motion that I'm getting here. I have to work on that once I get up and running with this whole programming through dictation thing. Okay. So let's see here. So let me delete this. Wake up. Oh, microphone's off. Stroke, open paren, 255. Correct 25. 255. Go to end. End of line. Oh, choose one. Go to end. That's not working. So this has to be, oh. Go to sleep. This has to be lowercase. Wake up. New line. Line, open paren. 360, comma 240, comma 400, comma 240. New line. Float A equals. Correct floats. Choose 3. Correct equals. Equals. Equals symbol. Scratch that. Equal sign. Go to sleep. So I've learned that equal sign is what I have to say for equals, which I should probably alter the settings so that I just have to say equals. That's another thing, so altering some of these settings. Oh, I'm in JavaScript. I forgot. Oh, the camera still goes off. Camera on. Look at that. Like dictation suddenly worked with that camera. Amazing. Wake up. Correct float. Select float. Go to sleep. Yeah, so this is it being off. So I've seen this behavior. This seems like a bug to me. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. Notice that it selected the correct number of characters, but in the wrong place. It should select this float. So why is it not working? I don't know. Wake up. var. Scratch that. Shoot. Go to sleep. So the other thing is I'm often in that correct mode. How do I cancel that correct mode? Let's try this again. Wake up. var a equal sign. Map. Choose 2. Open paren. Mouse X, comma, 0, comma, width. Correct 0. Choose 2. Correct width. Choose 2. Comma, 15, comma, 125. Correct now, thanks. Mouse X. So I have to figure out a way. Scratch that. Go to sleep. So I have to figure out a way to, there's probably a way I could spell that out if in a custom way, but again, that's the sort of dictionary thing. I mean, I said var hey, which why not keep that, but I meant this to be a. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to map the mouse position to a range of angles, which is currently, yesterday at my physical therapy, this is the range of motion that was measured. So I was able to get to about 15 degrees to about 125 degrees. I'm not, actually it's more like this probably. And I want to get to 0 and I want to get to about, probably 160. Okay, so now, one thing I want to do now that I'm going to use rotation, I want to draw this line relative to 0, 0. I think that'll be nicer. So I'm going to say, I'm going to add in wake up, translate, open paren, width divided by 2, comma, height divided by 2, close paren, semicolon. Go to sleep. All right, so that's interesting. I got width divided by 2. I probably should have said width slash 2. Maybe that would have worked. Wake up. Correct width divided by 2. Width slash 2. Correct width. Choose 2. Correct heightened by my 2. Height slash 2. Go to sleep. Okay, so I'm learning. I'm getting closer. I'm too lazy to dictate, so I'm going to change the line to go from like negative 100 to 0 to 0, 0. And then now, wake up. Line, open paren, 0, comma 0, 100, comma 0. Scratch that. 0, comma 0, comma 100, comma 0. Correct. Choose 2. It actually gave me the full option of what I wanted. Scratch that. 0, comma 0, comma 100, comma 0. Correct that. Choose 2. Correct Y. Scratch that. Ah! Scratch that! Put that back! Go to sleep! Oh my God. This is not working at all. I just got curious. There's got to be like less than 200 people watching at this point. Whoa, there's 700 people. What is wrong with you all? Go outside, smell the flowers, give somebody a hug, appreciate things besides me here. Okay. All right. Let me get back to things. All right. Let me wake up. Line, open paren. 0, comma 0, 100, comma 0. Choose 2. Save this document. Activate Chrome. Activate Google Chrome. Localhost. Go to sleep. So I need some way of immediately going to localhost and navigating somehow to the web application that I want to look at. Again, if I was just doing this in processing, I would just need to say run stop, or play stop, that kind of thing. But since I couldn't get that to work, here we are. Uncaught syntax error, sketch.js line 12. Wake up, activate Atom. Go to sleep. I need a comma here. Wake up, comma. Save this document. Activate Chrome. Refresh. That didn't work. So I don't know how to refresh with a command. Okay, there is the line. Okay, we're doing well. Now, rotate, open paren, A, close paren, semicolon. Correct A. Go to sleep. So that needs to be a lowercase a. There's probably a way for me to say that. And this should be the word rotate. So obviously I'm still doing way too much with one hand here. And I'm kind of running out of time here. But let's see how this goes. And by the way, you might be wondering, why am I looking this way whenever I start talking? It's because I have a monitor over here that has exactly what you see. It's so that I can do this, and I can say I'm pointing to line, I'm pointing to rotate, I'm pointing to var A. But for some reason, what I need is a monitor up there so that I can look more like I'm talking to you. But for some reason, I have this habit of just looking at the screen over here, which is a little bit weird. Okay, let's see. Wake up, save this document, activate Chrome. Oh, I didn't wake up. Wake up, save this document, activate Chrome. Go to sleep. So whatever my refresh command would be. So my angle is wrong, right? So I actually don't want, this is not what my arm does. I want it to go from, so this is the thing I always forget. In a computer graphics system, pointing down is positive, pointing up is negative, and rotation, right? This is rotating 15 degrees. So I actually want to be between negative 15 degrees and negative 125. Wake up, activate atom. Go to sleep. So in the interest of time, this, by the way, should say, so this should be between negative 125 and negative 15. And guess what? Also, what are these measurements in? These measurements are in degrees. Natively, most computer programs, graphics programs, will think of angles in terms of radians. So I actually need to add something else. Wake up, new line, angle mode. It didn't even wake up. Wake up, you little sleepyhead. Wake up, new line, angle mode, open paren, caps, degrees. Choose two. Correct. All caps, degrees. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Please just go to sleep. Okay, I'm going to manually put it to sleep. It's frozen. Once again, Dragon has crashed. I have successfully crashed. Dragon, press the key F5 to refresh. Look under commands. So F5 is refresh. Okay, unfortunately, Dragon has died. Maybe I can force quit it. I think I just have to wait for it to die. So, yeah, it's died. That's very sad. Talk amongst yourselves. Whoops. Okay, let's take a look at this. Does this seem right now? Draw that first line, which is this part of the arm. Change the angle mode, map the mouse to angles in degrees, rotate, and then draw another line. Wow, there's got to be a way to, hold on. I should be able to probably force quit it with this. Oh, it came back alive. Wake up, scratch that. Go to sleep. So unfortunately, it had some sort of glitch there. It woke up, et cetera, and I lost what I did. I'm just going to type it in manually because I'm going to have to do a lot more work to practice this and figure this out. Wake up, save this document, activate Chrome, go to sleep. So I'm going to look for F5 as refresh, right? So there's got to be under commands. There's got to be a command for F5. What's auto text? Oh, that's probably things I can add. Wake up, dictation, global, key commands. Press the Shift R. So I could do press the key Shift R, press the key Command R. Press the key F5 would probably work, right? So that's what I need. I need to add a function key command. So obviously I could just hit it with my finger, but let's try. Wake up. press the key, Command R. Press the key, Command R. There we go. So this is my current range of motion. That's about the only... Well, boy, this was a reality check for me about how little I can do with just dictation and P5. But this was a good experiment for me to see and learn all of the stuff that's missing. So as I have time over the next couple weeks, one thing I should mention, I've been doing a lot of reading and learning, so I've got a lot of ES6 stuff down that I'm really excited to come back in the fall and teach a bunch of JavaScript concepts that are part of ES6, in particular, the new syntax and classes-based syntax for doing object-oriented programming. I'm going to add that to my courses here at NYU and make a whole bunch of video tutorials about that. Use a headset. So, oh my goodness, I didn't go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Okay. So that's one thing that's been interesting for me, but what I'm going to look into doing is seeing if I can customize more of the features and to be able to program in Atom and switch back and forth. If anyone wants to help me with this project, I'm trying to remember the name of the open source repository that Tavis Rudd mentioned in the video. I don't know if anybody knows. It's like Dragon speaks. Let me do GitHub. Dragonfly, this is it. So this is a speech recognition framework allowing powerful Python-based scripting and extension of Dragon naturally speaking. So in theory, I haven't looked into this at all, but in theory, you can create your own grammars and examples and different things. If anyone is interested and I know that Tavis Rudd, who's on Twitter and in that YouTube video, has published a lot of code. Again, everything's programmed in Python using Vim and Emacs, and I probably should go down that road. I think he probably very smartly made those decisions to be able to work very effectively. But for me, I'm curious, what can I push? Can I do web development, JavaScript, or processing through dictation? I don't mind customizing and writing code to customize what I'm doing in Python, but I would like the examples to be the same sort of stuff that I'm doing. So if anybody is interested in helping with this, please feel free to get in touch on Twitter at Schiffman, or maybe I can create a GitHub repository, but it's very hard for me to actually do the development work to figure out this stuff out, given that I can't really type at the moment. So thanks to everyone for tuning in. I wonder if I want to take, it's 2:35, I'm a little bit late to an appointment that I have to go to. I should have a guest video tutorial coming in the next couple weeks, I hope. So that'll be some content that will appear on the channel. And perhaps in August, I will be a bit more back into the swing of things. And I'm very excited to talk to you about I'm curious to what I'm getting a marker over here. I'm curious, I'm going to talk to you about, this is with my left hand, const, let, thank you to Ada, who is a supporter and viewer of the Coding Train, who wrote a really nice blog post. I will try to include it in the description for this video. Maybe someone can post it in the chat about the difference between const, let, and var. I think that's where I also watched a nice video from Fun Function, but Ada is working on a series of blog posts about ES6 that have been very helpful to me. And I watched a nice video from Fun Function also about const, let, and var. So I hope to be covering this. I'm just sort of curious how this goes. That's actually not so bad for using my left hand, come to think of it. Also, I want to talk a lot this fall about the class keyword in ES6. All right. By the way, you guys are all very kind to be tuning in. I was going to do this. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll just do an experiment with this code dictation and all stuff just for the Patreon subscribers. I'll make it a private stream. And then I thought, well, why not? I'll turn on I'm here. I might as well turn on the system, see how it goes. I'm going to take 5 minutes to see if there's any questions I can answer. If you are a Patreon backer, you can ask the question in the Slack. JavaScript voice recognition for JavaScript, writes Simon. I wonder if that is something that exists. So maybe I should Google that and take a look into that. Okay, yeah, ES6 equals JavaScript 2015. I'm way behind. I'm not really a cutting edge kind of person. I'm just, doing my best here to keep up with things. Yeah, because there's already going to be another version of JavaScript. I was trying to wait till ES6 was more, I don't know what I was trying to do, but I think it's time. It's time for me to use some stuff from ES6. I don't want to use at some point I would like to cover some of the more esoteric, complex syntax, but mostly I just want to use the stuff that makes things a little clearer and more elegant, that sort of thing. The guest is not Happy Cat, although I would love to have Happy Cat as a guest or do a collaboration with Happy Cat. She has a wonderful YouTube channel that I would suggest you check out. Will you make a video on both neural networks and genetic evolution in one video? Yeah, so unfortunately, that was the path I was on. So I would say maybe I got a 10th of the way through the neural network stuff. I was going to do a lot more. I think I made 2 or 3 videos. And then once I got through that, I also was going to look at genetic algorithms and evolving neural network weights. I do have some examples. They're actually broken. I think I have a pull request that fixed one of the examples. I just haven't had a chance to look at it yet. It's hard for me to sort of evaluate and run code. But that's where I'm ultimately hoping to go. So I will get to that. It's just going to come later. Can you make a tutorial video about using HTML, CSS, and JS to make a website? I would take a look at my HTML and CSS playlist. It's part of the Foundations of JavaScript. It's not taught in a kind of proper web development way, but all the concepts are there and I cover how to do creative coding with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript using P5. So that's something you could take a look at that exists already. Okay, could you do some Python? I was also planning on doing some Python, yes. And actually, still looking for a really good Python book to read on my Kindle. It's hard for me to read books that I have to hold and turn the pages. The Kindle is really easy. And I don't like reading on an iPad or the computer so much. So any recommendations, maybe I'll come back and do a book review after I get through it. I've been reading about ES6, and I'm also thinking of learning React. But again, I said this last time, I think that might be much too useful for me and practical. Somebody might actually learn something and get a job from my videos, which is, you shouldn't watch my videos to learn anything practical or useful. But I'm considering learning React, especially because there's a new alpha P5.js web editor that is coming soon, and it is built with React, and I would like to be able to contribute to that and help with that open source project, so it is something I should learn. Tetris coding challenge, I really love to do that. That would be, if I really got this dictation thing down, I think I could tackle something like that with dictation. I have a lot of tutorials already about text processing, Jason Matthew asks. Go and check out, it used to be called Programming from A to Z. I can't remember where we are at this point, but I think what I'm changing, because Programming from A to Z sounds like it's a beginner course in programming, but my course and playlist is actually for people with, I do have beginner playlist, but that Programming from A to Z playlist is not at all beginner. So I think I'm going to change it to just something like Programming with Text, which was Mathieu's suggestion. I don't remember if that's been done already, but look for that playlist. It's all about working with text. Speaking of books, any must-read book about Java? I don't know about must-read. I think there's a big classic, what's the big classic Java textbook that everybody uses? I think I used that probably over 10 years ago. Honestly, this is the worst thing I could possibly do, which is to plug my own book, but it's not to learn Java per se, but if you want to learn from the beginning programming and want Java syntax, if you look at the learning processing book, That's exactly what I do in that book in using the processing development environment. And after that, you can kind of graduate to using Eclipse and other Java syntax as well. But just for learning Java itself, there's a kind of Big Java, is it called? Something like that, I feel like, is a textbook that I used a long time ago. I don't know that I would recommend it, but it's pretty comprehensive. Okay. The Douglas Crockford book is a very interesting book. That's for JavaScript. It's called The Good Parts, so it's not for learning Java. A book that I absolutely love for learning JavaScript is Eloquent JavaScript. Whoops. Eloquent JavaScript. Let's go to the, this is a book that I used to learn JavaScript myself. I don't know if it's using ES6 syntax. One of the wonderful things about it is it's all available for free online, which I try to do now with anything that I'm putting online, so I appreciate that for sure. And of course you can buy a copy to also support the author, which I would encourage you to do if you like the book. And also the Getting Started with P5.js is a nice book to learn the basics of JavaScript in the context of P5.js. So Mathieu in the Slack, in the Patreon group in the Slack channel writes, programming with text has already been done. So if you're looking for all my tutorials about Markov chains and text analysis and word counting, you can look for the programming with text. It's also at schiffman.net/A to Z. Okay, so Unity would be great. Oh boy, that's another thing that I should learn. I'm trying to soak in knowledge and watch videos and read books while I'm not doing as much typing and I'm healing, so to speak. So Unity, my major things are ES6, React, Python, and now Unity. Those would be things I would love to sort of pick up some skills with. Okay, so thanks everybody. It's 2:45 p.m. Again, you're welcome to join my Patreon if you like. It's going to be paused for the month of July, so it won't be activated again until September 1st. So the August 1st will be paused if I set up the settings correctly. I would encourage you to support in the meantime while I'm kind of on hiatus, the Processing Foundation, processingfoundation.org. And of course, there's also, I'm just like plugging stuff now, natureofcode.com. If you're interested in supporting the Nature of Code book and other stuff that I'm doing, you can do that as well. I didn't see, I'm glad in a way that I didn't see any super chat messages, but I just want to make sure I didn't miss any. So if somebody did do a super chat message, please send me a tweet or an email. Here's something I want to mention. I noticed someone in the chat said, why don't you reply to your emails? I'm pretty slow about replying to emails. I do get a lot of just programming question emails, and it's unrealistic, I think, for me to, I could spend all day answering them. I mean, it's not that much, but so typically if you have programming questions, ask them at forum.processing.org. But I do read all the emails, and I do try to reply to them all eventually. And I also try to reply to all the YouTube comments. But I haven't been able to do that. But know that if you're writing YouTube comments, I am reading them all. So I am reading all the comments. I'm just not replying to them. And you can always also tweet me at Schiffman at Twitter. Okay, Raspberry Pi would also be a great thing to learn. Okay, thanks everybody for tuning in today to this extra live stream. I may be back the first week of August if things are going well in terms of healing and dictation. I'll try to think of some content I could do, but I don't know when I'll be back in the full swing of things. It could be a while, so I'm sorry for that. Sort of, it has its good and its bad. I'm learning lots of new things about life by having this injury, and I'll see you guys another time. I don't know if this counts as an official live stream. I'm a little worried about, I was close to getting to live stream number 100, and I felt that I wanted to do something special for that, so I don't know if this counts. Maybe it does. Okay, I'm going to turn this off. The good news for you is this is very hard for me to figure out how to turn this off, because I need to click a button over here, which means I need to operate this other mouse. Okay, it wasn't so hard. I'm already doing it. And I just want to also say thank you. I got lots of really nice messages of support, emails and tweets and things in the mail even. So I really appreciate it. It's really lovely. Things are fine, doing well, healing, having physical therapy, should be back to things soon enough. I will definitely keep everybody posted. And I look forward to seeing you in the future on the channel. If you have ideas for things that I could do or things that I can be helpful with, please feel free to reach out anytime. Okay. And I hope you enjoyed that completely insane, totally messed up dictation attempt. I'm really excited to maybe get good at it and have a weird, is sort of like strange performance art. Okay, the camera went off. I really have to turn this off now. Okay, goodbye and see you in the future. Oh, I do see the super chat. So that does actually work. But I don't see a message. Do I have to click on it? Let me try to click on it. So I don't see any way of seeing, so just wanted to say that you are inspirational. Keep up the work. Love to see your vids from Ryan Zhang. Thank you very much, Ryan Zhang. Thank you very much for that nice message. Wait, okay, let's see, can I do this? Nope. So the way that I look at the chat, maybe I can look at it over here. The way that I look at the chat is, no, oh yeah. So I think Pandemonium didn't actually leave a message. Yeah, okay. So I can actually see, I can see those chat messages. Thank you for them. Okay, goodbye everybody. Very nice to see your messages. Yes, I'm late for my meeting. I'm gonna go now. But I have to figure out how to turn this off. It's gonna take me a minute. Stop. Oh, I never tweeted that I was doing this. Sorry, everybody. Okay, goodbye. Well, thank you, Pandemonium. I appreciate your super chat message. Again, I kind of have mixed feelings about using this system for a lot of different reasons, but it was interesting to see it work for just this live stream. Since I figured, I'm pausing my Patreon. Maybe I'll just put this up just to sort of like see. But anyway, okay, goodbye.